Good morning, Mr. John Wall and Mr. Julian Scher, the CEO and Chairman of Heartwood Properties, all the members of Heartwood Properties, 4Africa Exchange directors and stakeholders, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the 4AX team, I want to thank everyone for taking time to join us this morning in celebrating this landmark listing for the 4Africa Exchange. Strained economic growth experienced in the country in recent years has placed key development sectors and businesses operating in South Africa under immense pressure to be able to grow in tough economic times. And although markets, investors, business leaders and society alike are cautiously optimistic of the vision and promise of the new leadership for the country, there is a renewed buoyancy that can be seen in the markets. If we look at the property sector in South Africa, for instance, this sector is worth 5.8 trillion rand. This was the number confirmed in a report released by the Property Sector Charter Council in July of last year. This report also complemented the Property Sector Charter Council report, which estimated that the property sector's contribution to gross domestic product in 2012 at 191.4 billion rand in annual income and expenditure flows generated by the sector, and 46.5 billion rand contribution to the fiscus. And added to continuing to contribute to GDP and broadening the local economy, the local property sector also offers valuable opportunities for investors. In fact, a seasoned and prominent fund manager at Bridge Fund Managers was quoted in Business Day in January of this year, stating that South African-focused listed property stocks are offering the most value in 20 years. Taking this into consideration, and given the changes the country has been through in the last 4 months and continues to go through, there is also a strong understanding for the need to take a considered and steady approach to changes in the country and the economy. There is still a healthy dose of skepticism amongst investors, businesses and society towards decisions made by government. This is because not only must President Ramaphosa change things, but he and his cabinet must be seen to make changes that will have a long-lasting and sustainable positive effect for the improvement of the country for and on behalf of all of its citizens. Despite the skepticism, however, business and investor confidence is certainly on the rise, and there is definite budding new energy and excitement across all sectors of the country. And this is what today's celebration is about, John, Julian, as we proudly announce that Heartwood Properties Limited is the first issuer operating in the property sector to list on 4Africa Exchange. We'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the commitment by Heartwood Properties, a South African company, to continue to grow its investment and footprint in the country, and the wealth of opportunities that the company offers to investors for shared prosperity. I'd like to call on John now to give us a few words. John?
You know, in our business, we've syndicated our business and grown it over the last 5 years to where we are, and this transparency and this type of exchange will really help us to grow our business further and to raise more capital. I mean, we understand that the listing requirements, although they're very strict and there's a lot of governance, it's not as strict as some of the bigger exchanges, and that suits a small business like ours. So we also see this exchange as encouraging a much broader participation of shareholders, and this really is exciting for us to enable us to grow the business further, and I think that it really suits our development business. Our development business has been built on property, on participation of our tenants into our property deals, and I mean that's been a key factor for us in actually growing with our tenants and our shareholders, and we really have grown the business by bringing tenants into deals and working with them. I mean, it really does excite us to create new space for our tenants and to help them solve their space requirements through development. So we're really looking forward to coming to the market and raising capital and growing our business. I'd like to thank, first of all, the Pallidus guys, JD, Johan there, Rikus for all the hard work and late nights, and we really like to thank you guys for getting us here. When we started the process, we had no idea what we were in for, and they really helped us with that. And then the Heartwood board for being very supportive, our CFO, Kobe Dumar, for all her hard work and getting us here, and the whole board for being supportive and encouraging us. And we look forward to growing the business on this platform going forward. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. As one of only 2 exchanges in South Africa with a full license to trade across equity and debt, and as the only exchange in South Africa and one of a few in the world to own our own intellectual property, we want to change market perception of stock exchanges. Our vision is for 4Africa Exchange to become the preferred alternative exchange for Africa's top companies like yourselves, where our structures and listing requirements have been purposefully devised so that we are able to accommodate diverse listings. And our promise is to make financial markets more inclusive by providing a safe and licensed platform that provides easier access and more product variety. I am competing with the opening of our market soon. So, Heartwood Properties is a property development company with an attractive portfolio of commercial real estate assets focused primarily within the warehousing and office sector. The company currently operates predominantly within the Gauteng region. However, opportunities are being pursued in other regions as well. Heartwood Properties has defined its strategy and business model to service businesses operating in the medium to large owner-managed sector, where businesses require warehousing or office space and may be looking to expand. We are very excited about this listing, and we welcome Heartwood Properties as an issuer to 4Africa Exchange equity market. The Heartwood Property listings is a new venture listing by way of introduction, and the shares will begin to formally trade on 4AX today. And if all my birds are correct, I think a lot is going to be happening despite the public holidays, John. Yeah. The shares listed on 4AX today comprise of 100 million ordinary, no par value shares at a listing price of 59 cents ZAR per share. John, Julian, if you could please join me with Anthony, Tasha, and Lindiwe up at the front. Firstly, Anthony, we'd like to hand over your membership certificate as you join the 4Africa Exchange family and the 4Africa Exchange equity markets today. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'll take a photo. Yeah.
To commemorate the significance of this day, to John, to Julian, and all the members of the Heartwood board, and to give you a lasting visual representation of your contribution and our appreciation, 4Africa Exchange has purchased Heartwood Properties, a very bright star in the name of your company in the Phoenix Galaxy. Throughout history and across cultures, the stars in the night sky have always had symbolism attached to them. From today, may you fondly look upon your star and envision a future of your company where your property may grow to be a vast empire and indeed stellar. Tasha.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you. Yeah.
We did ask Julian to say, there's a property for you and a property for you. Additionally, we would also like to hand over an African money tree as a symbol of the drivers for nurtured and sustainable growth in your organization and for your investors. Please do accept this to recognize the potential for growth for Heartwood Properties and what it has to do on its journey, and as an acknowledgement of this listing. And please do take care of it.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. Yeah.
Are able to build wealth. They've done so for many years. They've got excellent track records. And I think the fundamental caliber of the team behind Heartwood is superb. And that's going to really drive it forward very successfully. Very proud to be associated.
This is a truly exciting time for us at 4Africa Exchange and no doubt for Heartwood Properties. And I'd like to congratulate you formally and to formally announce the listing of Heartwood Properties on 4 Africa Exchange, and also to announce the opening of the market, where trade will open in the next 5 minutes. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're a property development company, and we're quite innovative in our deals. And when we got to know about 4X, we're very excited about this exchange, because we see it fitting a gap in the South African market. And our business has been syndicated up until now, and really this enables us to expand our shareholder base in our business and grow our shareholder base. It will help us grow our business. We've got some quite exciting developments in the pipeline, and we look to this listing to be able to raise capital in the future in a way that's transparent, but not as onerous as some of the other exchanges. We're a small business, and this really suits our growth path going forward.
Yes, it's a great opportunity. The thing that's most exciting for me are the personalities involved. The chaps behind this I've known for many years at professional level. They are all very good entrepreneurs, yet conservative, smart developers who've over the years built up their portfolios and have an excellent feel, I would say a deep understanding of this particular type of property development. And to see chaps being able to take this level of expertise and experience and make it available to the public and to the market is a great opportunity for everybody. I think it's a fantastic chance for people to get involved in this type of development opportunity with the right caliber people.
This is a very exciting day for myself and the Heartwood board and shareholders. It's the next logical step for us in the property sector. Being a property entrepreneur and being in the business for 15 years with partners, you know, we've learned a lot about the industry. We know we can apply those skills to a big organization, and the plan is to grow the Heartwood property brand across South Africa, but with a more substantial team and with more capital available to us. We believe we can multiply the assets under the brand at a lot faster rate. And we have a really, really great team with different skill sets for different sectors. You know, we come from the Business Centre brand, one of the original buildings in the stable of properties which we are listing today, and we're very proud of that. That's where we met John and Martin, and we are very excited about taking it forward.
I think this is a very, very, very exciting moment for us. And it's also very nice to see John, after all these months putting all this effort in, and Koba. I must tell you, I did warn him initially how much work was going to be involved. What I forgot to tell him was actually how much work there's going to be from now on. But I really think that that team is going to be very successful. I mean, I don't know how much you know about Koba, but she lives on a wine estate, and then she's also the financial director. So what a fantastic world she lives in. And as I say, John himself he's a wonderful character, and he knows how to just get on with the deal, and he's very, very tenacious. So it's nice to be involved with them. So I look forward to great things in the future, and yeah, all the best to them.
Well, if I look at the journey of Heartwood Properties to date, it's been one of entrepreneurial spirit. If I look at the story of 4 Africa Exchange, I believe there's also a lot of entrepreneurial spirit there. So it was a logical combination for us and a logical next step to follow. I believe the spirit is what we need in our country, and we look forward to sharing it with our current and future stakeholders.
So So we're very excited this morning to have listed Heartwood Properties on For Africa Exchange. It is the first listing in the property sector, and the reason that we're so excited is that given all the buoyancy that is reflecting in the nation at the moment, and specifically all the discussions around property, etc., it really reflects a leap of faith that Heartwood Properties has taken in terms of committing not just to nation building but to inclusive investment and to really targeting potential investors in growing not just their company but their footprint specifically in the property space. If you look at the opportunity available, Heartwood is introducing themselves to the market by virtue of the listing. They're starting off with 100,000,005 shares at 59 cents ZAR per share, and it's very exciting in terms of getting in at the ground level, because as they go forward they're looking to grow both in the commercial, the warehousing and the office space sectors, and that is very exciting not just for them, not just for the exchange, but certainly for future retail and institutional investors as well.